Hi everyone, welcome to trigonometry. Today we explore lesson 3, graphs of sine and cosine. Number 1, let's take a look at the graph of ft equal sine t. To do this, the best way is plot the points. So we have t equal to 0, pi over 6, pi over 3, so on so far, all the way up to 2 pi. From 0 to 2 pi is one cycle, and one cycle is called one period. Next step is, once we have t, we're gonna do the substitution into the function to get the output sine of t. Sine of 0 is 0. When we plot it, it is this point right here. Sine of pi over 6 is 1 over 2, this point. Sine of pi over 3 is root 3 over 2, it's this one. Sine of pi over 2 is 1, it's this point. And if we keep plot all the points, then we have the shape of the function sine x from 0 to 2 pi. Well, that is only on one period. We can extend the sine function on the left side, on the right side, based on the graph of the sine function. Notice that the domain is all number, negative infinity to infinity. However, the range is from -1 to 1. And then we know that one period is 2 pi. Notice that the sine go from -1 to 1. What this means is the amplitude is 1. Notice that the graph of sine is symmetric about the origin. That is, we get the same graph if we do a 180-degree rotation. Y equals sine t is symmetric about origin. What this means is sine of negative t is the same as sine of t. Tell us that sine is an even function. Oh, pretty cool discovery. Another discovery that I want you to know is that make sure you remember this well. Sine of any angles between -1 and 1. Next, let's take a look at the graph of cosine. We do the same thing. We have the input t and the output cosine t, and we're gonna get a bunch of points, plot them. Cosine of 0 is 1, so we get the point 0, 1, and it is right here. Cosine of pi over 6 is root 3 over 2. Plot the second point. Cosine of pi over 3 is 1 over 2. And cosine of pi over 2 is 0. So if we plot a list of points and connect them by a smooth curve, then what we have is the graph of cosine from 0 to 2 pi or on one period. Of course, we can extend the graph to many periods. And then from there, we see that, it have the same domain as sine, domain as negative infinity to infinity. Range is also the same from -1 to 1. The amplitude is also the same. It's 1. What is not the same here is, if you look at the cosine, the graph, you will see that it is symmetric about the y-axis. Y equal cosine t is symmetric about y-axis. What this means is, ta-da! Cosine of negative t is exactly cosine t, which tells us that cosine is an odd function. Very cool discovery. One important identity that I want you to know is cosine of any angles between -1 and 1. And you can translate this into the absolute value of cosine t less than or equal 1. Very useful identity or inequality. Moreover, cosine and sine, they are the parent function, and we use them to sketch more complicated cosine and sine function in the next section. Thank you for watching. I hope you found the content useful. Please like, subscribe, help the channel grow. I will see you in the next video.